Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Emily Wishmore, and my personal project is centred around the connection between music and dementia. This is personal to me because a member of my close family, Uncle Peter, had been diagnosed with this awful condition 5 to 6 years ago.
What was the doctor's diagnosis? Like
Dementia.
My Uncle Peter doesn't sing, but love of song is a different thing. 10 years ago, people thought he wasn't remembering what he ought. My Auntie Angie does by him stand, and the kids muck in to give a hand. And through the years, a call from Pete has got me up and on my feet. With mic in hand, I'll sing a song to help the memories come along. These are treasured moments which live in me through song and music. So I've put together a playlist of some of the songs he's asked me to sing, together with some of his favourites. For Peter and family and friends, these are for you and me. I hope that many others may enjoy them and add their own. As we celebrate through December, let's help Peter remember. Here are songs that I've collected, songs that help us stay connected. The sound of song is quite revealing, bringing back what you were feeling. Now I see my part to play, not just for now, but for any day. How to help Pete sing and smile and enjoy those moments for a long, long while. Through the past months, I've been given various definitions of dementia, as it affects each individual differently. However, they've all found a common ground. Dementia is an umbrella term used to describe a collection of brain diseases and their symptoms, which include memory loss, impaired judgment, personality changes, and inability to perform daily activities. Given each person is diagnosed with a specific type of dementia, either Alzheimer's, vascular, frontal temporal, Lewy body, and others, there are numerous therapies and ways to support the person and their loving family. And I have thankfully had the opportunity to delve deeper into the services provided around my local area. In addition, I have a family member who suffers from vascular dementia. As seen in the introducing poem created, I have a very strong connection with music and therefore have established an amazing connection through music with my Uncle Peter. Within the following documentary, you will be hearing about his experiences living with dementia and, as equally important, his wife, my amazing Auntie Angie, who has been his grounder throughout the entire journey.
We knew there was something wrong because Adam phoned me and he said, Mum, my dad keeps repeating everything he keeps telling me. And when I go, yeah, I know what you say, I know that, Dad. You spoke to your mother, haven't you? No, I haven't spoken to my mother, you told me yesterday. I haven't spoken to you for days, haven't I? So there was lots of different things like that we'd all noticed. And he's just getting really forgetful, doesn't know where he is. He rang me up one day, didn't have a clue where he was when he was driving the wagons.
How did they assess you? Like, did they put you
One
through
to one with the main man, and I had a brain scan
Oh, okay.
which showed something in the brain's amiss.
Okay. Did they put you through any tests, like give you like stuff to help you try remember to see if you could remember stuff or?
Yep. Where you sit with somebody and they say to you a series of questions and you've got to try and remember dates and times and places.
Doris, I just want to ask you some questions about your memory, and we'll be about 20 minutes to a half hour, okay? So I can get some idea about how you're thinking.
How did you genuinely feel about the assessment?
As though it was wasting people's time.
Why? Why is that?
Because I don't believe then and now that I've got dementia. But
Why is that?
according to the rules, I have.
But he doesn't really recognise he has dementia?
A lot of people don't.
Yes.
Have you had any trouble with your memory?
No.
No, it's been pretty good, huh? Yeah.
I don't know, I don't feel anything different from when I didn't have dementia. And I don't know the time when it suddenly swapped over from having dementia to not having dementia. And mainly it was because of dates and my birthday and things like that. Couldn't get it right.
Yeah. Do you know what day it is today? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? I told you I was going to be annoying. Can you give me your best guess what day it is?
I'd say Thursday.
Did they provide you with any support? Like, did anyone support you? And if so, how did they?
Yes, they do. They offer people to come round and talk to you. And they also offer you medication, which I declined. And I declined it because the problem is with dementia stuff at that time, if once you've started it, you can't stop it. Now, whether it slowed it down or not, to me, wasn't worth it, because I couldn't get off that medication, so I wasn't intending on doing that. But that's the only support you get.
I had the pleasure of meeting David Donaldson, the founder of the Alzheimer's and Dementia Support Group, and further experiencing a fabulous Christmas fair that was organised by the foundation.
How did you start it?
So I went straight out of school into nursing.
Oh, right.
So my background is that I did general and psychiatric nursing. So I spent a lot of time in my career working with dementia patients. And the reason that we set up this group was that what I found here was that we would get lots of dementia patients come to us, and their carers, their loved ones, were really struggling. And it became more and more apparent that actually we needed to provide a support service for them. So I was working with Aged Care, which is a local over 65 charity, and initially we set the charity up as a subsidiary of theirs, so as an extension of their service. And over the course of 4 years, it's just become completely invaluable, really. I mean, we've got people who have lost their partners to dementia, but they still come to our group.
Yeah. How do you think that helps them cope?
Actually, I think it's good for them because they belong, but it's what they do for the newer members that's more important. Because they get to share experiences on their own journeys and then help somebody else come to terms with what they've got to come.
Carol told me that you meet up once
Twice a month.
Yeah, twice a month.
So the first and the third Monday of each month.
What goes on during those sessions?
So basically we do activities for dementia patients. So we have a team of volunteers and we play dominoes or do artwork or all sort of music therapy. And then for the support group, we actually have a group for the carers where they literally they offload, they talk about their week, talk what they're struggling with, they give each other advice and support. They extend that outside of the group, so they're all in touch with each other outside of the group. It's for them, it's coming somewhere where ultimately everybody else understands what they're going through.
How do you find your typical day? How is it with Uncle Peter?
Do you know, each day can be different. We can have days that it's fine, not a problem. We can have other days where he'll get up and you know it's going to be a D-day because he'll wander around from job to job and he'll set off to do a job, and then you'll see him somewhere else doing something else. Thought you were doing this job. Oh, well, I've just seen this job, but I'll come and do that job now. And on the way back to do the job he was originally going to do, he'll find something else. And I'll leave him to get on with it. And then you'll go out and he'll be emptying a shed or doing something totally different.
How do you find your days regularly? What's a typical day for you?
Just like everybody else, but confusing sometimes. Confusing as in medication, confusion in telling stories and telling things because you forget, and without Ange you're going to get a whole different story. Other than that, putting things in the right place is a huge problem. Give me more than one or two things to move, I don't know which one to move.
Okay.
And it's disturbing.
Now there's more days where he hasn't got a clue than days when, but it's still still, it's normal now.
Yeah.
So for me, this is all normal. It's not a problem.
Yeah. And how does this kind of like affect you and your family, like the children and everything?
Well, obviously you know my children.
Yes.
So they all take it in their stride, and they're fine, and they will make fun and say things, but that's their way of coping.
Yeah.
He'll say sometimes he says things, and you can say that the kids sort of realise, oh God, there is a problem. But they have to, I think everyone has to put a shield up and keep you safe. Because otherwise it would destroy you.
Yeah.
Because you've just got to live with it. That's the thing, see. I mean, he's living with it, but to him, he hasn't got anything wrong with him, so he's fine.
Yeah.
So we're living with that. So you can't say it affects you in any bad way, because now this is normal, and this is how you live, and every day could be a different. But, you know, you're still there. He's still there. He still knows who we are.
Yeah.
Which is great.
I know you love music, right? And I sing quite a lot. And I tend to, people tend to say that dementia kind of helps. There can be therapies in music with dementia. Do you think there's any connection at all?
I do think it is, because I sing and I hate singing. I like listening to certain songs, certain people I won't listen to, certain CDs, as you can see there. There's millions of them, but I haven't listened to any of them. I can't be bothered doing that. And I sometimes go around the house singing. I hate to sing. I can't sing, but I can't help myself singing.
So what songs do you normally sing?
Sweet Caroline.
It's a typical British one.
Things from years ago, things you've never heard anybody sing, it'll come into my head. I'll go singing it away, and that's how we get on throughout the day.
Yeah, I mean, my uncle, he finds comfort in music, for example. Do you know as a nurse if there's any connection between music and...
Yeah, absolutely, because I think what happens with dementia patients is as their disease progresses, they lose that ability to be in the here and now. They lose that ability to rationalise things. And obviously as the disease progresses, they spend more time in the past. And what music does is it triggers memories. It does that for all of us without dementia. So, if you sat in a music therapy session with dementia patients, you'd realise how powerful it is.
Yeah.
And it really is powerful.
Is there specific music types or specific songs that for everyone?
Yeah, I mean, we tend to use a really broad spectrum of music from sort of the 50s, 60s, 70s, so that it goes back in time for them, and it's specific to that generation. Yeah. But I mean, it can be Christmas songs. You know, our Christmas party last year, we had one of our patients hasn't spoken a word for 20 years, who didn't stop singing.
Wow.
His wife just sat in floods of tears. He just sang to the music.
That's incredible.
Yes. But you know what happens with the whole dementia disease is that we, as society relies on speech, what we can see, what we can smell. That's how we judge situations. What happens with dementia patients, they become much more intuitive. They don't understand it, but they sense if you're angry with them. They sense if you're frustrated with them. You know, they sense whether you like them. They have this real intuition that they rely on to survive. It's like a new instinct. And I think what music does is actually provides them with escapism.
Yeah.
You know, if you said to a dementia patient, what is it about music that makes you happy, they probably couldn't answer that question.
Yeah.
But they know that actually when music plays, it makes them feel good. Do you know the most important thing that we can do as professionals and as carers of loved ones with dementia is stop bringing them back to the here and now.
Yeah.
Go on their journey with them. So, if they're talking about their parents or where they lived as a child, spend that time with them there.
Yeah.
Why do we have to keep bringing them back to the here and now? You know, why do we have to go, no, don't be silly, your parents are dead. No, you don't live in that house anymore.
Yeah.
Just go back to that time and explore that with them. I mean, for you as a youngster, amazing thing to do, because you'll learn so much about a whole different time in the world.
Yeah, no, he tends to reminisce quite a lot on his memories.
But you should spend that time with him there, not to bring him back to the here and now.
Thank you so much.
That's really important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like great advice. Thank you.
Okay.
That's great. Thank you.
Please check out my playlist dedicated to my Uncle Peter and my Auntie Angie on the following link and QR code. I am also performing for the Dementia community for their Christmas luncheon on the 18th of December in Calahonda, and I have a GoFundMe page with a QR code if anyone is interested in supporting. You can also see all the events organised throughout the year on their Facebook. Thank you for being part of my personal project based on dementia awareness, and I hope it has raised your awareness.
I'd like to say a great thank you to the O'Hare family, my family, specifically Uncle Peter. Thank you, you've been a great inspiration to me and the drive of this project. See you in Portugal for karaoke soon. And of course my Auntie Angie, my flying aunt. You're the best, love you all the world.